Hello and welcome back to another episode of me forgetting the white balance shit. 1 second. Okay, there we go. We're good. Okay, so I actually found this movie because a couple of weeks ago on YouTube, the final song to this movie got recommended to me, and there's like this 2-second clip in there of these two characters. And I just knew I had to make a video about this because what the heck is going on with all of this? So apparently these two characters are the main character's sister and her boyfriend, and they mean absolutely nothing to the story of this movie. But what's weird is that he's Chinese, looks like a K-pop star, and is obsessed with anime, which is Japanese. He's like the catch-all Asian stereotype, and she's just a weeb. Anyway, so the movie's about Kyle, who just moved across country to Connecticut, and he's struggling to adjust to his new living situation. He gets this app on his phone that makes whatever he posts come true, and he uses this power just like any normal high schooler would, which is vastly different from what I would do, which is just post, "Got more Kit Kats. I love Kit Kats," because then I'd never run out of Kit Kats. Whoa, some of them fell out of the bag, but that's pretty sick. Oh, he also sleeps like he just fell out of a tree.
Here.
See that guy?
So Kyle and his sister start at this new school where Greg Sulkin plays the bully, and he's honestly just too mean. Like, within the first 10 minutes of the movie, he lies about where Kyle's classroom is, slapshots a carton of milk at Kyle's chest, passes around Kyle's phone like a hockey puck. He even gaslights Kyle into believing there's this movie on Amazon Prime starring Sean Penn that's definitely an Oscar contender. But guess what? It doesn't exist. Oh wait, no, not that last one. That one was just a prank some of my friends pulled on me a couple years ago. But honestly though, it was really funny. But actually though, like what the fuck? There's being a bully and then there's being an asshole for the sake of being an asshole. And everyone just goes along with it like it's fine. Oh, also while they're doing all this, they talk about Kyle's girlfriend for a second and they say that she has 500,000 Instagram followers, but then show one of her posts only having like 1,000 likes, so like yikes. And this is Kyle's only friend Grimace. They call him Grimace because he's wearing a purple shirt, I guess? I don't know. Anyway, his real name's Lonnie, so I'm gonna call him Grimace. Anyway, so this is Danny, and she and Kyle kind of hit it off. Like, there's definitely sparks. You know, she's like George Lopez in Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Like, it's electric. But then there's this asshole, Brian. I don't know if you can tell, but he's gay. Don't worry though, he won't realize it until the end of the movie. So, you know, we just love positive gay representation, I guess. So now that Kyle's phone is completely destroyed, because I don't know if you remember, but Derek, aka Greg Sulkin, completely destroyed it earlier, he finally takes it to the mall to have it repaired at one of those like phone booths at the mall. You know, like this one. And the guy behind the counter is insane, but not quite as insane as the way they decided to shoot him. Like, whenever the camera's on Kyle, it's just a standard over-the-shoulder shot, but whenever we're looking at this like weird hippie guy, it's like this weird like POV tracking shot where we're just forced to stare directly into his soul, and it's so uncomfortable. Like, I hate it. Anyway, so weird guy fixes Kyle's phone in like 3 minutes and installs this app called Universe that will make whatever Kyle posts come true. Which, let's just back out real quick. I don't know about you guys, but I usually post about stuff that just happened, not what's going to happen. Either that or like just really dumb jokes. Did that just like slip the writer's mind or something? So Kyle posts that his dad came out to Connecticut and brought the car. The next morning he looks outside and wouldn't you know it, there's the car. Crazy, I know. So at school, Kyle sees that there's this bandstand audition and Danny's doing it. So he decides to give it a shot too. But before he goes out, he posts that he's a classically trained singer and, well, yeah, yikes. So realizing he done messed up, he runs back to the mall and the guy at the booth basically tells him, it's like, overwrite your save, dude. So now Kyle posts, sang and danced like Bruno Mars. And the next day at lunch, Kyle just big balls it right up to the music teacher guy and he's like, hey, give me another shot. And the music teacher guy's like, no. So Kyle takes the spoon right out of his mouth anyway and starts like hitting it against the lunch tables like a drumstick, and then he starts singing. I mean, it's Ross Lynch. We all know he can sing anyway, so the next 3.5 minutes honestly aren't too bad. But what's weird about it is like once the music starts, the color just fades really awkwardly. Like it's as if they forgot to just color correct to this segment of the movie. It's just really weird. I don't understand what happened. There's also way too many pelvic thrusts, but hey, it sounds nice. He also then ends the song by putting the spoon back in the music teacher's mouth, which is so unsanitary. Like, dude, you just used that as a drumstick for like 3 minutes. What the heck? Why would you do that? It's so dirty now. Anyway, so Kyle gets into the band slam with Danny and Brian gets kicked out. So, sucks to suck, I guess. And right after Kyle crushes it at lunch, they all go out to this cute cafe and chill. For for like 2 minutes until Brian storms in and challenges Kyle to a fight. So of course Kyle posts, fought like Bruce Lee, kicked Brian's ass. And yeah, he definitely does. But like what's really weird about this is like the final punch, he like punches downwards towards Brian, but that still sends Brian flying towards a car and completely destroys the windshield, which like, come on dude, party foul. So later that night at dinner, Kyle's little sister decides to be a bitch and rat on Kyle for getting in a fight. But Rob Riggle doesn't care, so he lets Kyle go on his date with Danny anyway. Oh yeah, by the way, Rob Riggle is the dad in this movie, and he's such a terrible parent. So Kyle takes Danny to this Ferris wheel that he posted about, which is actually a really sweet way to use this power. It almost makes me think about what I would do if I was given this power. If you could do anything in the world, right now, what would it be?
I would ride a Ferris wheel.
Oh, fuck. I thought you said something else. Shit. Maybe that's why I'm single, actually. Anyway, so the next day, Kyle decides to tell Grimace about the app. And to prove it, Kyle gives him a skateboard and makes him a skateboarding pro, which, again, is super sweet. If I could do it, I'd just give him Reese's. You probably thought I'd say Kit Kats, but I didn't, so it's a joke. Anyway, while they're skateboarding, Derek decides to trip Grimace. So Kyle sends Derek flying into a dumpster. I'd probably do the same thing, honestly. No Kit Kats for Derek. Dicks don't get Kit Kats. Meanwhile, turns out Danny's writing a song. So instead of performing Hallelujah, they decide to perform the song Danny's writing for the band Slam. So that's pretty cool. Kyle also decides he's had enough of Derek and crashes hockey practice to try and join the team. And instead of playing hockey, he accidentally becomes a figure skater. Don't you just hate when that happens, when you show up to hockey practice and accidentally become a figure skater? Go figure. Then he becomes a hockey player anyway, because there's no real consequences for his actions. Anyway, so Kyle becomes captain of the hockey team, and Derek's girlfriend, Charlotte, who literally hasn't spoken the entire movie, breaks up with Derek to start pursuing Kyle. And literally every single scene she's in is so uncomfortable.
I totally forgot. I gotta go. I'm so sorry.
Our lives are made up of seemingly simple decisions. This decision right here, right now, is one of yours. So you have to ask yourself, do you want to be a god?
I feel like the writers realized they made Kyle too likable, so they decided to make him fall for this other girl, but like he has so much more chemistry with Danny. Like, it's just so weird and out of place. This is also where the movie could have usurped the typical tropes we see with these careful what you wish for movies and given Charlotte the app too, because that's almost what we feel like is happening. But come on, that's way too smart for this movie. Don't give them too much credit. Oh, he's also skipping Grimace's birthday dinner to be at this costume party. So now Kyle gets to meet Charlotte's parents, and at first they don't like him, but then he posts that they do and it works a little too well.
You and me?
Mrs. Alden, what are you doing?
Let's run away together. Far, far away from here.
Your husband's in the other room.
But that's not all. When Kyle tries to leave, she jumps on the hood of his car, forcing him to like swerve to throw her off of it. What the hell? Anyway, so while Mom was trying to get into Kyle's pants, she broke Kyle's phone. So now we can't use Universe anymore. Oh no! And now it's time for the rally before the big game, and Brian, you guys remember Brian, right? Steals the mic from Kyle and tells everybody about what's going on. And everyone obviously is like,
You're an idiot.
but Kyle comes clean and Danny gets upset because, you know, he cheated on her. So Kyle's like, shoot, I messed up. But then Brian punches him in the face, so it's like instant karma, my guy. Now that Kyle can't use Universe to solve all of his problems anymore, he finally stands up to his dad, who actually sucks. And he also goes to meet Grimace's parents, who didn't believe he existed. Oh yeah, Grimace's parents didn't think Kyle existed because Grimace just doesn't have any friends, I guess. And to fix the last of his bullshit, he makes this plan with Derek to get absolutely bodied during the big game so that he can go to the bandstand and sing with Danny. I mean, we still hate Derek, he's a fucking dick, but I mean, cool, good for you, I guess. But it works. Kyle goes to the bandstand and they sing Danny's song, and it's actually really good. I mean, the song was written by Ross and Rocky Lynch. They're actual musicians with an actual band, so I mean, of course it's actually pretty good.
Happy I met you.
Status update is yet another movie that feels like it was made for the $5 bin at Walmart while still almost managing to be a good movie. Don't get me wrong, it's not a good movie, but the cast is actually pretty solid, and Ross Lynch and Olivia Holt have pretty good chemistry. But pretty much everything else is ripped from TV tropes, which is funny, because this is a movie. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you want to watch this movie, it's on Hulu, so you can watch it there, I guess. And if you want to see more of these videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I try to make one of these videos every week. Do I actually? Not really, but I try. Oh, also like leave a comment and a like. That's pretty cool too, but you probably already clicked off of this video. So thanks, peace, bye.